Well, Mickey, a hugely disappointing way to end the competition. You come into, once again, a bit of a do-or-die encounter, and we've just fallen short. What were your thoughts on that?
Yeah, very disappointed. Really, really disappointed. Again, it was all up there. It was all up there for the taking, and we didn't deliver. So it's really properly disappointing.
It seemed to fall apart a little bit in the first innings, the batting innings. Was there maybe a little bit of an issue with game management, maybe not wanting to just slow things down and get to a manageable total?
Yeah, we were ahead of the game in the power play, and then outside the power play, what you actually need to do is you actually need to consolidate and earn the right to go again, and we didn't do that. And 20s don't give you enough. You need a batsman to get in and get a score, because once they get in and get a score, then you can put pressure on your opponents. So we just didn't get a score from anybody. We just didn't get a partnership. We didn't have a batsman bat for longer than 7 overs, and that's criminal.
Yeah, and I suppose in some ways that's been a little bit of a theme of the tournament as a whole. You think back to even the first game against Northants, you think back to Trent Bridge as well. It's maybe just been decision making in crucial moments which have cost us in this tournament.
Yeah, they've cost us massively. Decision making in the big moments have cost us, and that for me is, I can handle losing. I can handle losing because that's part of it. But what I can't handle decision making when the decision's there to be made to take it deeper, and all it needs is somebody just with a bit of experience just to build a partnership. Cricket's a funny game. The way it works here is you go in the power play and you bat in 6th gear, but when you get to the 7th over, you go in 4th gear, and you go in 4th gear until you earn the right to get into 6th gear again. And then if you've earned the right and done it well enough, you can go to 8th gear and you get your 180s, 200s. We've gone 6th gear to then trying to bat in 7th gear, and that is high risk. And when it becomes too high risk, you lose wickets. So when you lose wickets, you don't have the right at the back end of the innings to capitalise. That's just how it works.
You talk about experience there. I mean, there are a few more experienced sides than ours now. So is it more a case of maybe this has been a learning season, the team has gelled, there's been a lot of new faces in, and next season there's a lot of lessons to take?
Yeah, there's a massive amount of lessons to take. I don't want to sit here and say, next season, because, I could be saying that then for the next. I'm really disappointed we didn't nail it this season, because we should. But what I do know is that we are a hell of a cricket team. What I do know is we're a very, very good side. We haven't been consistent enough. So it's been good performance, bad, poor performance, good performance, poor performance. We haven't been consistent enough, and tonight we've paid the price for that. We shouldn't have had to have waited for this game. We should have already qualified. We had the opportunities and we never took them.
Just talk to me about a couple of the bowlers, one in particular, Pat Brown. He's had a very good season. 22 wickets. He's done what you brought him in to do, hasn't he?
Yeah, 100% he has. He's a warrior. He's been exceptional. He's had an unbelievable year. He's been superb. I can't speak more highly of Pat for everything he's done, and he's got better and better and better, and his work rate's got higher and higher and higher. He's been an absolute gem. He's been fantastic.
And of course, we've had Mohamed Amir for 6 games. It's not as long as you wanted him initially. Of course, things with the World Cup didn't help, and maybe if he'd been here the whole competition, we'd be talking a little bit differently tonight. But what has he been able to bring over the 6 games, and what's rubbed off on other players? What
he brings a lot of class, experience. But above all, he brings in an uncompromising attitude. He doesn't settle for second best. I mean, he is absolutely livid in the change room. His mission was to come here and get us to qualify. But he has been head and shoulders above any bowler that I've seen in this competition. His skill factor is amazing. He's been outstanding. But as I said, what we have, I think we have 3 of the best defensive bowlers in the competition. Amir, Patel, Brown are three of your best defensive. But what we need is to fill that with attacking bowlers, because we haven't been able to take wickets outside of the power play, and that's cost us, because it's allowed teams to go deeper and then hurt us at the back end.
So we move on now to the Metrobank One Day Cup. Lose a couple of players, and Nyron, who's done very well in this competition. Wayne, always a big loss, goes.
And maybe one other.
But there is, we'll go on to that. But there is a real opportunity for a few players to put this behind them and have a go again at some silverware.
Yeah. Look, this is an unending project. This is what gets you up at night. This gets me out of bed in the morning, is constantly making our team better, constantly trying to drive performance, constantly toughening us up, constantly challenging our players, constantly trying to make them the best players they can be. So this isn't something where we just now sit and go into hibernation for a bit. This is consistently a project. Every day when the guys get out of bed, every day we work to get better and better and better. And I will challenge them, and I make no apologies for that, to get better and better and better, because I want to see this club in the top echelon of English county cricket.